G'day everyone, welcome back to another exercise video. I hope you're all doing fantastically wherever you may be in the world. Now today, what we're going to go through are some exercises to help prevent falls. Now falls prevention is a complex topic. There's many things to cover to prevent falls as best as you can. So to cover everything, I've written an in-depth article on falls prevention, which I'll pop a link to up here in the corner. I'll also pop it down below in the description box. Make sure to check that article out, make sure to read it. Now there's also many reasons as to why you may be at risk of falling. So if you are finding yourself unsteady on your feet, maybe you've had some near misses before, some close calls, or maybe you've even fallen before. Do not keep this to yourself. Make sure you see your doctor, who will then help you get to the causes or the reasons as to why you're falling, and then you can go about working on those. I also highly recommend you go see your physiotherapist, get an assessment from a physiotherapist, and then you'll find out the physical reasons as to why you could be at risk of falling. Maybe it's weakness, maybe it's balance issues, whatever it may be. You can then find out what it is, and then you can go about working on it with an individualized exercise program. So everyone has different capabilities. I'm going to do my best to cover for all capabilities in this exercise video today, but that's why I'm recommending seeing a physiotherapist, because they'll devise an exercise program specifically for you. Okay, so today we're going to go through 10 exercises. They're going to be leg strengthening exercises and balance exercises. I'm going to show progressions of these exercises as well. So if some are too easy, you can progress to the next level, which will further help you prevent falls by getting those legs stronger, also working that balance a little bit more. Okay, and finally, if you've got someone that can assist you with these exercises, so just to be near you, someone with good physical capabilities, maybe it's a friend, maybe it's a family member, just someone that can be next to you if you are at risk of falling, just to make sure you're okay, and also to help do the exercises with you. I do recommend a physiotherapist who knows the exercises and knows exactly what to do and is also trained, but it's a good idea you've got someone else with you if you don't have access to a physiotherapist. If you do use a walking aid, make sure you've got your walking aid with you for these exercises today. Okay, so let's now get into the exercises. So before we get into the exercises, it's very important you're warmed up, so you can go for a little walk beforehand. I'll also pop a link to a warm-up video down below. As you can see, I'm seated in my chair. We're going to start with some seated exercises working the muscles at the front of the thighs. Okay, so these are known as the quadriceps muscles, and they're very important to get strong to decrease your risk of falls. So what we're going to do is sit up nice and tall in our chair. Sitting back in the chair, we're just going to straighten the leg like this, so making sure the knee's straight, holding, bringing back down. Doing the same thing on the other side, bringing it up, holding, bringing back down. Okay, we're going to go through 9 more each side. So you're going to follow along with me. We're not rushing through it. We're working the muscles at the front of the legs. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, hold, bring it down. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, so that's halfway. Working those muscles in the legs. Now we're going to go a little bit slower up, a little bit slower down. Make sure you're straightening your leg with this exercise. So don't go short, go all the way. Okay, so coming up, nice and slow, all the way up, squeezing those muscles at the front of the leg, coming down. Doing the same on the other side, coming up, hold, slow down. Great work. Let's go again, up nice and slow, hold, slow down, nice and controlled, all the way down. Great work. Same thing on this side, coming up, hold, nice and slow, all the way down. Okay, we're going to go through 3 more each side, coming up, nice and slow, matching my tempo, holding, coming down. That's it. Same on the other side, coming up, nice and slow, all the way up, hold, slow down. Okay, let's go again. Coming all the way up, nice and slow down. On the other leg now, nice and slow up, hold, nice and slow down. And last one, let's come up, all the way up. Let's hold, 3, 2, 1. Nice and slow down. Doing the same on this leg, coming all the way up. Hold, nice and slow down. Excellent work, sitting up, shaking out those legs, taking a deep breath in and out. Okay, so the next exercise we're going to do is a sit to stand exercise. This is again working the muscles in the legs. We're going to start with the easiest variation of this exercise, which is hands are on the armrest, you're using your arms to assist, focusing on your legs throughout. As you can do that comfortably, or when you can do that comfortably, you're going to move on. This could be over a couple of weeks, maybe even longer, to one hand and then onto no hands. Maybe you're already at that stage. This is why I'm giving the variations. For this exercise, although we've got our hands on the armrest, we're going to focus on our legs, just using the arms as much as you need to assist you in standing. So let's now get into the exercise. You're in an upright posture, shoulders are back and down, your feet are just over hip width apart, your hands are on the armrest, up nice and tall. So when you're in position, you're going to lean forward, you're going to focus on those legs pushing through the ground, the arms are just assisting, you're standing up, coming all the way into standing, your knees are straight, your hips are straight, only then you're ready to sit down. Now you're going to bend your knees, lower yourself, whilst you're focusing on those legs, you're going to reach back for the armrest, you're not plonking into your chair, you're slowly sitting back down, nice and slow. Excellent work. So that was 1 repetition, we're going to go through 9 more. No plonking into the chair, making sure you come all the way up, going at my speed. You're not rushing through these exercises. We're focusing on strengthening those legs. Hands are on the armrest, leaning forward, focusing on those legs, standing up, all the way up, nice and slow, coming into that standing position, knees are straight, hips are straight, bending those knees, focusing on those legs, reaching back, slowly coming back down. Excellent work. Okay, we're gonna go again. Leaning forward, pushing through those legs, focus on the legs. Only using the arms as much as you need to, all the way up. That's it, stand here for a bit, get that balance. Bending those knees, reaching back, not plonking into the chair, sitting back down. Okay, let's go again. Leaning forward, pushing through those legs, push all the way up. That's it, straightening the knees, straightening the hips, bending the knees, slowly coming back down. Nice and controlled, focusing on the legs. Good, okay, let's go again. Hands are on the armrests, focusing on those legs, pushing through the legs. Remember, you're working the legs, not the arms. So you're coming all the way up into standing, into full standing, bending those knees, slowly coming back. That's it, lowering yourself into the chair. Great work, shaking out those legs. We're gonna go again. Holding on to the armrests, leaning forward, slowly coming up, all the way up, that's it. Reaching back, bending those knees, focusing on the legs, lowering yourself down, using the legs. That's it, slowly coming back down. Okay, let's go again. Feet in position, standing up, nice, slow and controlled. I know you may want to go faster if you can, but we're focusing on using those legs so it's nice, slow and controlled. Okay, we're just going to balance for a bit. Okay, sitting back down, nice, slow and controlled. Okay, let's go 2 more. Coming up, pushing through those legs, get that balance in the standing position. Reaching back, bending the knees, reaching back. So you're working on lowering yourself down with the legs, not plonking into the chair, coming down. Excellent work. Taking a deep breath in and out, shaking out those legs. Okay, let's now get on to the next exercise, which we'll do in a standing position. Okay, so I'm now holding on to my chair in which I'll be doing the exercises behind. It can be a rail for you, or a bench, or a table, something sturdy to hold on to. I've got another chair for in between exercises to give my legs a break before I get into the next one. Go at your own pace during these exercises. Pause the video if you need to. Have as much rest as you need and then get back into it. So we're going to be sitting down between each exercise. So we're now going to go through the calf raise exercise, which is working the calves and muscles at the back of the lower legs. We're holding on to our sturdy item, whether it's a rail, a bench, or the chair like I've got today. We're up nice and tall, shoulders are back and down. We come up nice and high onto those toes. We slowly come back down, holding onto the chair throughout. Let's go for 10. 1, 2, nice, slow and controlled. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 2 to go, 9, last one, and 10. Excellent work, shaking out those legs, holding onto your rail or your chair, taking a deep breath in and out. Okay, now taking a seat in your chair, have a little break, have as much break as you need, shaking out those legs. Like I said, pause the video if you need to, and then when you're ready, getting back into the next exercise. So let's now get into the next exercise. So standing behind your chair or your rail. Now it's a good idea to place the chair behind you, so if you need to, you can sit straight down into it. Holding on to your chair, we're going to do a partial squat. So I'm just going to bring the chair a little bit further. It also helps demonstrate the exercise a little bit better. So rather than coming forward at the knees, you want to sit back as if you're sitting back on a chair, and then you're coming back up. So this is a squat exercise. We're going to go through 10 repetitions, holding onto the chair, up nice and tall. Your legs are just over hip width apart. You sit back, then you come up, pushing through those legs all the way up, knees are straight, hips are straight, squeezing those glutes, and that's 1 repetition. Let's go for 10. Sitting back, 1. Pushing through those legs all the way up. Good. Sitting back, 2, coming all the way up, good. It's coming back, sitting back, making sure your knees are in line with your toes, sit back, come up, that's 3. Again, sitting back, pushing through those legs, it's 4. 5, great work. 6, 4 to go, let's go. 7, 8, 2 to go. 9, last one. 10, great work. Shaking out those legs. Let's take a seat in the chair behind you. Reaching back, both armrests, slowly sitting back down. Great work. Taking a deep breath in and out. Shaking out those legs. Getting into the next exercise now, standing up nice and tall behind your chair, holding onto your chair or your rail or your bench. What we're going to do are some knee flexions, working the muscles in the back of our upper leg. We're up nice and tall. We're just going to bring the leg back like this, bring it back down. We're going to go through 10, each side nice and slow. We're going to start with one leg, doing 5, 5 on the other leg, 5 again, 5 again. So let's go, standing up nice and tall, holding onto your bench or rail. Let's bring the leg up, coming down, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Great work. Let's do the same on the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Great work. On to the other side. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Great work. Other leg now, let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, last one, 5. Great work, shaking out those legs, taking a deep breath in and out. Okay, so let's now sit down in our chair behind us. Shaking out those legs, having a little rest, have as much rest as you need. Okay, so let's now get into the next exercise, which is working our glutes, standing up behind your chair, holding onto your chair or your rail or your bench, up nice and tall. Now we're going to do some hip extensions, which looks like this. So legs straight, bringing it back. You're holding onto the chair throughout. Your leg isn't bent, it's straight throughout. We're going to go through 5 each side and then another 5 each side, so it's 10. Let's go for 5 each side. 1, 2, 3, keep that leg straight. 4, keep your body upright as well, you're not leaning forward. 5, so the same thing on the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, last one, 5. Excellent work, shaking out those legs. Let's go again. 1, 2, keep that leg straight. 3, 4, and 5. Great work. Onto the other leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, and last one, 5. Great work. Shaking out those legs. Let's take a seat in the chair behind us. Taking a deep breath in again and out. Shaking out those legs again. So standing up again behind your chair or rail. Now I'm just going to move my chair in front for this exercise because I can't swing my leg out to the side. You'll be in the exact same position. Now you're not going to be able to see what I'm doing for this exercise, so I will make this chair see-through now. Just give me 1 second. Okay, so now you'll be able to see what I'm doing a little bit better now that I've made the chair see-through. So you're standing up nice and tall behind your chair. We're going to do some hip abductions, which is bring the leg out to the side. Toes face the front, working those glutes, working the hip muscles. Another important muscle in preventing falls. Up nice and tall, holding onto the chair. Let's bring the leg out to the side, bring it back to the start position. Let's go for 5, 5, 5, and 5. Holding on to your chair throughout. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, and last one, 5. Great work. Let's do the same thing on the other side. 1, making sure the toes are facing the front. 2, 3, 4, last one, 5. Great work, shaking out those legs. We're going to go for another 5. If you need to have a break, have a break. Pause the video, get back into it. Let's go. 1, up nice and tall, holding onto the chair. 2, 3, 4, last one, 5. Great work. Same on the other side. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Great work. Taking a seat in your chair. Taking a deep breath in and out. Okay, so I'm just going to change this chair back to the normal chair now. Okay, so now my chair's back. What we're going to do now are some balance exercises. So we've gone through some strengthening exercises. We're now going to work our balance. I'm just going to place the chair back to this position. You'll be in the exact same position, so you won't be moving your chair around. Now let's get into the balance work. So standing up, holding on to your chair or your rail. So we're going to start with a semi-tandem stance position. So that's one foot just slightly in front of the other. Okay, so getting into position, up nice and tall, one foot slightly in front of the other, both hands on the chair. Now you've got a chair behind you as well that you can sit down on If your legs get tired, when you're ready, I'm just going to grab onto the timer. We're going to hold this for 60 seconds, holding onto your rail or your chair. Now, if you need to hold on, that's okay. Keep practicing this position and you can take your hand off for little amounts, slowly building that up. Okay, so I'm going to start the timer. Okay, now taking your hand off, keeping it above the chair, keeping that core tight, focusing on what you're doing. Now you may start to sway, that's okay. If you need to hold on, set yourself, get back into it. So focus for the 60 seconds. You've done 20 seconds now, which is great. Now let's just relax. So let's take a deep breath in whilst our hands above the chair. And out, nice and relaxed. We're over halfway. You're doing great. 20 seconds to go. That's it, hold the position, stay focused. 5 seconds. And 3, 2, 1. Great work. Holding onto the chair, shaking out those legs. Swap legs, let's do the exact same thing. So in 3 seconds, we're going to start taking your hand off the chair. Let's go. Holding for 60 seconds again. Relaxing, keeping your hands above the chair. If you get tired, take a seat. If you come out of position but can keep going, set yourself, get straight back into it. Okay, we're at about 20 seconds. We're at 20 seconds now. 40 seconds to go. Concentrate, stay focused, put it in for this session. 30 seconds to go. Making sure you're in that upright posture. You're all doing great. 20 seconds to go. Stay focused, last 10 seconds. And 3, 2, 1, great work. Holding onto the chair, coming out of position, shaking out those legs. Let's take a seat in our chair. Taking a deep breath in and out. Okay, so the next exercise we're going to get into is a dynamic balance exercise. What that basically means is practicing your balance whilst moving. This is different to the previous exercise in which we practice balance while static or in the same spot, which is known as static balance. Now what we're going to do is tightrope walking. And as you can see, I've got this bench. You're going to need something to hold on to do the length of this exercise. Now that can be a kitchen bench, it can be a table, it can be the back of a lounge, it can also be a rail if you've got one. Okay, so doing this exercise at a rail, a kitchen bench or a table, or the back of a couch for safety reasons. It's also a good idea to have a chair at one end so you can sit down, take a break if you need to. Now standing up next to your rail, holding on to your rail. So you're holding up to the rail, you're up nice and tall. What we're going to do is that tightrope walking, so one foot in front of the other, nice and tall, keeping that head up, going at your own pace. That's it, great work. Keep that head up, one foot in front of the other, going at your own pace. When you come to the end, you're not turning around this way, placing your other hand on the rail, and then turning around. Take your time turning around. Up nice and tall again. We're going to do the same thing the other way, running the hand along the rail, one foot in front of the other. Your feet are not splayed out, going at your own pace. That's it. One foot in front of the other. Nice, slow and controlled. Stay focused. If you come out of position, hold on to the rail, straight back into it. Okay. Turning around, both hands on the rail, turning around. Okay, so go back the other way. This time placing your hands above the rail. So set yourself, stay focused, let's go. One foot in front of the other, concentrating on what you're doing. Set yourself, focus, keeping it going to the end. When you get to the end, holding onto the rail, turning around. Okay, let's go back the other way. Get into position, taking your hand off the rail, going at your own speed. Don't rush, focus on your balance. Keep that hand above the rail. You're doing great. Get to the end, holding onto the rail, turning around. Taking a deep breath in, breath out, relaxing. We're going to go once more. Okay, let's go. Holding onto the rail, taking your hand off. One foot in front of the other. Let's go. Nice, slow and controlled. Great work. Holding onto the rail, both hands, turning around. Okay, last one, going back the other way. Let's go. One foot in front of the other. Hand above the rail. That's it. All the way to the end. When you get to the end, holding onto the rail, both hands, turning around, facing back the other way. Okay, let's now sit back, holding or reaching back for the chair, slowly sitting back down. Let's shake out those legs. Let's take a gentle breath in, relaxing breath out. So the final exercise we're going to go through are some figure of 8 walks, going around these chairs. Now you don't need to have these chairs to do the exercise. You can just do the figure of 8 walks. Make sure your balance is okay to do this exercise, otherwise have someone with you. If you do use a walker, you can use your walking aid to practice this exercise. You don't need the chairs, just going around in that figure of 8 style if you can't set the chairs up. Otherwise, you can set them up because it gives, I guess, a better idea of how you do the exercise. Okay, so I've just been through editing this video and I've noticed I had the chairs a little bit too close together for my liking. So this is about how wide you want the chairs to be. I didn't think I'd be able to fit it all into frame, but I've checked and it all works out okay. So this is a great exercise to do to work your mobility, your balance, and also get in that change of direction, which carries on to your day-to-day life, or carries over to your day-to-day life. If you feel I'm going a little bit too fast today, that's okay. Pause the video, go at your own pace. The most important thing is you get in these repetitions. Also make sure you remain focused when doing this exercise. Don't cut any corners, just nice and relaxed around the chairs, whatever you have to go around. Make sure there's no trip hazards as well. You don't want to be tripping over your walker, you don't want to be tripping over the chairs as well, so that's why you must remain focused. Now a rug is a trip hazard, so don't do what I'm doing today with the rug. Okay, so let's now get into the exercise. We're going to go through 3 figure of 8s around the chairs. Now you do want to build this up over time, getting in more repetitions with this exercise. Okay, let's get into it. Up nice and tall, walking around the chair, maintaining that upright posture, nice and relaxed. So shoulders back and down, in good posture. That's it, just nice and relaxed around the chairs. So that's 1. Going at your own pace. Also make sure you don't have any plants in the way when doing this exercise. That's it. So this is 2. Maintain that upright posture throughout. And we're coming back now for the last one. That's it. Remain focused. Let's just go through once more. Okay, so holding on to the chair, let's take a deep breath in and a gentle breath out. And we're all done for these exercises today to help you prevent falls. Make sure you go at your own pace with these exercises. If it's too much for you to start with less, slowly build it up. So you can only do 3 or 4 reps. Keep note of that, work on it until you get to 10, and you want to build up to 3 sets of 10 over time. Make sure you stick to these exercises at least 3 times a week and build on that over time as well. As you stay consistent, you will see results. Make sure you've got safety measures in place as well when doing these exercises, because you don't want to be having a fall when doing them. And also head over to morelifehealth.com, sign up to the mailing list, and you'll get a free 4-week exercise ebook to help you improve your health and fitness. And that's it from me for today. I hope you got something out of this exercise video. If you did, make sure to give it the thumbs up and subscribe to this channel for regular exercise videos to help you improve your health and fitness. I'll catch you again soon. Until then, stay moving, stay happy, and I'll catch you next time.